Hello, my name is Gracie O'Reilly, and this is my Module 5 video summary for SPCE 683, Section 805. I chose to focus my research on Section E, which is ethical and professional issues. This was my second lowest score in my pre-exam, and I'm aware that you have to pass the ethics portion of the exam to pass it in general. So jumping right into my first article entitled Common Struggles of Behavior Analysts in their Relation to the Professional and Ethical Compliance Code by Greene, Rosenberg, Fettig, and Schwartz, published in 2022. A key note that I wrote down was just the definition of ethical dilemma, which is individuals must choose among their values, principles, beliefs, or ideals when they find themselves in a complicated or challenging situation. They did a study that revealed the most reported codes that ethical dilemmas fell under, which were multiple relationships or conflicts of interests, which relates to E7, treatment or intervention efficacy, boundaries of competence, which relates to E3, accuracy in billing, and compliance with BCBA coursework and supervision standards. So some solutions to ethical dilemmas that might arise are just more training, role-playing, and keeping in mind you want to be benefiting others and behaving with integrity, which relates to E1. An additional fact I wrote down was that BCBAs are required to complete at least 3 units of continuing education, or CEs, in ethics, each recertification cycle every 2 years. Moving on to my next article entitled Cultivating the Ethical Repertoires of Behavior Analysts, Prevention of Common Violations, written by Britton, Cry, and Hames, and published in 2021. The most common violation categories were identified from a report that spanned over 2 years, 2016-27. One of those categories included improper or inadequate supervision or delegation, which relates to E6. So as a supervisor, you want to make sure that you have the time, are competent in the task list, fully up to date on advances in the field, behavioral skills training, and are doing ongoing competency evaluations with your supervisee. And then the next category was failure to report or respond to the BACP as required. So ensuring that you're reading those BACP newsletters, reviewing content on their website, and earning CE hours in ethics can help you to best respond to ethical dilemmas and report them as they arise. And you want to make sure that that's reported if an ethical dilemma comes up within 30 days. And then the last category was professionalism and integrity. They defined integrity as being truthful and honest, promoting these behaviors in others, and refraining from setting up contingencies that could result in fraudulent, illegal, or unethical behaviors of others. So you want to be making sure that you're obtaining that informed consent, maintaining confidentiality, and performing accurate data collection, analysis, and reporting. Going on to my last article entitled The Ethical Obligations, Barriers, and Solutions for Interprofessional Collaboration in the Treatment of Autistic Individuals, written by Henderson, Ludden, and Romero, and published in 2023. I wrote down that collaboration was defined as a trusting, working relationship between 2 or more equal participants involved in shared thinking, shared planning, and shared creation of integrated instruction. This article primarily related to E8, specifically the collaboration portion of it. So you want to make sure that you're competent in collaboration before you do it, and this can be achieved through coursework, professional development, supervision by others who have demonstrated competency in collaboration. When you are collaborating, you want to be aware of other disciplines' ethics codes, and throughout that collaboration experience, you want to recognize the effectiveness and barriers to it. So if the client is benefiting more or less from the collaborative team. And then another additional note I jotted down is that there's kind of a stigma with BCBAs not being collaborative, and that can be due to that behavioral interventions can only be implemented under a BCBA, but there was a revision in the ethics code that mentioned that BCBAs can implement non-behavioral services when they have the required competence. So that's something that hopefully we can move away from and collaborate more to kind of get rid of that stigma. But in conclusion, I primarily found a lot of information on collaboration, how to respond to ethical dilemmas. That all kind of everything fell under the ethical and professional issues. It did overlap a little bit with I, which is personal supervision and management, but I specifically tried to relate all the stuff that I found to E items. Thank you.